Hey guys, so this is my first time ever actually making a video. Normally you see my hands or my kids' faces or my clients. So a little bit about me. I am a mother, a veteran, served in the Navy, a spouse, and I love everything about locks. So I make lock extensions, I do lock repairs, I do lock reconstruction, I do lock maintenance. And so right now I have a line of clients that like to do the lock extensions. So I've been doing a lot of lock extensions, and right now my biggest thing is I'm doing a lock reconstruction for one of my clients, which is pretty cool. Check out the content on that because I'm definitely posting as I go, and I know I know the transformation of his hair is going to be freaking amazing. So you guys stay tuned for that, and also check out all my other videos. So let's get to it. So as most of you know, some of you know anyway, I did my own lock extensions. The way it initially started was I was lazy, so I didn't want to do it myself, and so I paid someone else to do them. But the way they were done, they were not blended correctly. They started slipping, and I was just so dissatisfied with them that I was like, I refuse to go back to that person. So I'm just going to stop being lazy and do it myself. So it was a rush job. And so when I put them in, I was just so frustrated that I just put them in without even thinking about it. But now that I've actually been doing my lock journey for the last couple months, I do realize that I like the smaller locks versus the medium, which are about 9mm locks. It's a little bit smaller than the pencil. So I'm going to, I have about almost 100 locks. And I've been in the process of taking those locks out, and so that I can put the smaller locks in. So I'm in the process of making my locks, which is a whole evolution by itself. And I'm taking these down. So I've been rocking my little scarves and doing all my little updos. So in the process of doing that, I was like, you know what? I'm going to make a video on how I take down my locks. So up under here, when I take this off, don't laugh, don't judge me because I look toe up. So let's get right into that. So I've been taking down these locks for about 5 or 6 days. In between doing lock extensions, in between taking care of the kids, in between taking care of the hubby, in between taking care of the house. And so I'm just always busy. And so I do this. Most of the time I do this at nighttime when everybody's either asleep or winding down. I get me a nice glass of Shirley Temple Virgin because I don't really drink alcohol. I put on a good movie and I sit here and I do all my locks. I start taking all my locks down. It does take a long time, and the one major thing that I do have a concern with is because my hair has grown in the last 2 months. My hair has grown so much, and I was just like amazed at my hair growth. It's like crazy. So I'm really, really excited about putting my locks back in and starting this journey over the way I want to do it without having that whole, I'm upset, so I'm going to just do it to get it over with mindset. So I've already cut out, I didn't cut these out because what happened was I locked these, I interlocked my hair. So I had just did a re-interlocked, and so I'm a little nervous about taking them out only because they are fresh and they're tight. Well, not tight, but they're, as you can see, they're in there. And so I don't want to put too much stress on it because I did this a couple weeks ago, and I've had a lot of problems with my edges. So I've been using my mother's oil elixir. Yes, I also make organic hair products. You can check that out on my social media account because they are working. And so my edges have grown back, and I'm excited about that. They're thin, but they're there. You see it. So I'm a little nervous, and so I'm thinking about maybe just taking this out after I finish my locks. So I only got like 25, and I want at least 100 to 120 locks in my hair because I want to go small. And so I'm working on the back. I'm going to just continue to oil this. I make my own shea butter, so I'm going to continue to put that in and making sure I moisturize it and let it get loosened up. And then once I get comfortable with the looseness of it, I'm going to go ahead and take them out. All right, so this is all I got done so far. And I've gotten a lot of growth in the very back too, so I'm pretty excited about that. This is all, I got maybe 25, 30 locks left before I'm done. All right, so I'm gonna show you guys how I take mine out. So as you can see, side note, I say and so a lot. So you're gonna have to just bear with me because it's just something I do. Don't even realize I'm doing it. It just happens, and I don't realize it until after I look at the video and I'm like, nope, I'm not going back to edit it to try to take the arms out. So just disregard those arms and pay attention, focus on the content that I'm putting out. I apologize in advance. All right. So as you can see, my hair has already started locking. I discovered this when I was taking these out. So the number one thing to remember is don't break your hair. Don't break your hair. Don't break your hair. And you have to be, when you're taking out lock extensions, you have to be very gentle with these things. So what I do, I saturate first. So this is water. I have a little bit of water. I have water, distilled water in here. I have a couple of drops of rosemary oil. And of course, as always, I have a little bit of my mother's oil elixir in here. I shake it up real good and it smells so good. So I shake it up real good and I saturate the lock. And then so after the lock is saturated, I just work it all the way to the end. And once you put the water in, I found that once you saturate your lock, it's soft. And so it's easier to work with. So I saturate the lock, paying close attention to where the new growth is, where the new growth starts to meet the lock. And so with me, it's about right there. So I saturate it a little bit more, and then I just sit here and I work it like this for a minute to get it loose. Right? Then I follow up with a detangler. I love this brand. I use this on my son even before he got his locks. He has a blend of 4A, B, and C in his hair. And before he got his locks, well, up until the time he was like 9, he had never had a haircut. He had long hair almost to the middle of his back. And it was so gorgeous and thick. And I would literally braid it every 6 weeks in the small plaits and put it in different updos. But then, of course, once he got older, he was like, Mom, I'm getting tired of being mistaken for a girl. I'm a boy. I don't want long hair anymore. So I was like, no, I've been working on this to get your hair to grow until this point. I'm not cutting your hair. My husband was overseas. He came back home, and lo and behold, all of a sudden, they ganged up on me. Yes. So I'm the only girl in the house. It's 3 boys, 3 men. And they voted against me. And he got his hair. Surprise, surprise. After he got his haircut, he discovered he does not like it. So then we had to work to get his hair to grow back. And then that's when his brother decided he wanted locks. So we switched him to locks. And then he's like, oh, I want locks too. So that was the story of that, a little off topic. But yeah, long story short with that one is that I love this. But what I do is I take a little bit of it, and again, I put it where my hair is starting to lock at, right past the new growth. I work it in really, really good. And so this is sitting, working its magic as I'm taking the lock out from up here. All right. So just work it really good, get it loose. And then I work the rest of it to the ends. The hair that I have in my head is from Vivica A. Fox. I actually like her hair. It's soft. She has the 100% Remy unprocessed, and then she has 100% human hair. I've used both of them, but I prefer the just a regular Afro Kinky Bulk human hair versus the process, because it's really hard to work with and to manipulate. This one has more of a 4C texture to it, and so it's easier to lock. It's easier to form the lock. All right, so that should be good. I feel like it's soft enough. And so I'm finna start working from the top. All right, so normally I'm sitting here, I'll be, relaxing. So I start with, I like my rat tooth combs. I have 1,000 of these laying around the house. And then to make sure I don't pull my other hair, I clip the ones I've already done, I clip them down. And so I'll just sit here and I'll detangle. It's hard to do it from this way, but I just slowly start detangling it like this. And see, that detangler, man, and that water, it works magic. And the hair is so soft now. So all I have to do is just go to work on it. Go to work on it. Trying to not get my fingers in the way. Just go to work on it. And then, so as you're detangling, this is the easy part. Easy part. Because once you've let that detangler sit in that water and the lock one got loose, it just starts coming out. So an average lock, because I probably could cut these shorter, but I'm afraid to cut my own hair because I work for every inch that I got. Because normally my hair grows kind of slow. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I'm always putting my hands in it and trying different styles and doing this and doing that. So now that I got locks, I ain't really got no reason to mess with it other than to wash it and condition it and stuff like that. I don't even put styles in it because I don't want to pop my edges that I don't work so hard for. So I was like, nope, I'm not doing that. So the only thing I really do is I put it up in a little ponytail and I loosen the ponytail when I'm going, like if I'm working or something. But other than that, I usually wear my hair down or in a cute little side style. So yeah. But hopefully with these new locks, I'm so excited for them. I really am. Hopefully with these new locks, I feel more comfortable. Because I'm not going to lie, I protect my edges at all costs because I went from having no edges to now have a little bit of edges, and I can see them growing back every day, getting thicker. And I'm not going to do nothing to jeopardize my edges. All right, so basically just keep working it out like this. Just keep working it out. And then once you get to the end, that's where you gotta be gentle. All right, so I paused the video to finish taking out the majority of the lock. So now I'm at the part where the new growth meets the lock. So it's already softened. So I'm gonna add more water to the lock. Work that in. And then I'm gonna add some more of the detangler. Working it real good. As I'm working it in, I'm going in like a back and forth motion, and then I'm squeezing it. Back and forth motion, squeezing it. So I'm excited. Look at all that new growth. Look at that. I cannot wait to get my locks redone. Because It's definitely not easy, and it's definitely expensive. All right, so I feel like I'm ready. I feel like it's loose enough. So what I do is I go very gentle. I start right where the lock is already locked, right? And so I go in small, deliberate motions. So normally I would say look in the mirror, but I've done this so much I can feel it to where I can tell if it's gonna snag or whatever have you. So you just gotta be real gentle and go real small strokes. Cause this is going real small strokes. It's loosening up that lock. So right there, you see all that hair that I just pulled apart? It might not seem like you're doing nothing, but you are. And so that's more. So once I get a good amount of hair, I stop, I loosen it up. I do the back and forth again. Back and forth, squeeze. And then that's more the lock dread hair. And then I start back again. So then I just small deliberate strokes. And then I'll rotate the sides. And then with this, you are gonna have to keep it, I recommend keeping it wet. So it'll be easier to work with. And the wetter it is, the easier it is to soften up. The easier it is for it to come out. So. Slow and steady. Work that in. And then I'm gonna add some more of the detangler. Working it real good. As I'm working it in, I'm going in like a back and forth motion, and then I'm squeezing it. Back and forth motion, squeezing it. So I'm excited. Look at all that new growth. Look at that. I cannot wait to get my locks redone. That's the beautiful thing about knowing how to do this, because it's definitely not easy and it's definitely expensive. I feel like I'm ready. I feel like it's loose enough. So what I do is I go very gentle. I start right where the lock is already locked, right? And so I go in small, deliberate motions. So normally I would say look in the mirror, but I've done this so much I can feel it to where I can tell if it's gonna snag or whatever have you. So you just gotta be real gentle and go real small strokes. Cause this is going real small strokes. It's loosening up that lock. So right there, you see all that hair that I just pulled apart? It might not seem like you're doing nothing, but you are. And so that's more. So once I get a good amount of hair, I stop, I loosen it up. I do the back and forth again. Back and forth, squeeze. And then that's more the lock dread hair. And then I start back again. So then I just small deliberate strokes. And then I'll rotate the sides. And then with this, you are gonna have to keep it, I recommend keeping it wet. So it'll be easier to work with, and the wetter it is, the easier it is to soften up. The easier it is for it to come out. So. Slow and steady. All right, so right here, there's no more extension left in my hair. This is all my hair now. So I'm gonna wet it again. Wet it again. And kind of break it up, not a lot, just enough to loosen up where the lock started at. So once it's loose like that, I'm going to take the rat tooth comb and find the first place find a spot where the hair is still matted together or locked together, whatever you have you. And then I'm gonna just work that out. Right? And then keep doing it that way until it's all out. And there you have it. So this is out. That shrinkage is real, y'all. Yeah, this is it. So this is, and I'm actually, when I first started, my hair, I didn't have this much length. I still have a ways to go, but I didn't have this much length. And so now that I have this much length, I initially was considering just insta-locking my hair. But I like the fact that, with Loc Extensions, I can style it and all that good stuff. And do a lot of other stuff versus being short. So what I do is I just take it, I comb it real good, I love that curl. Oh my goodness. It's giving me life, everything. I can't keep curls, even though I have like 4C, really tight curly hair, I can't keep curls for nothing. Once my hair dries up, that's it. It's just like a mess. And I can never retain moisture. So I just plait it up. Then I twist it maybe to the side. And then I repeat the whole process over. So that's it. That's how I do my Loc Extension removal. And then I'll come back once I'm done to post a video with all my hair out and all this glory. I'm excited because I haven't seen my hair in so long. So I'm excited, and I'm probably gonna wait for like a month. Probably not that long because I be quick to do stuff with my hair, and I just need to learn how to not do that. So I'll probably wait a week or two, maybe, yeah, a week or two, and then I'll reinstall the locks. And I'll definitely post videos on that. So yeah, I've had an interesting lock journey. Thank you guys for watching the video and you know, listening to me ramble on about random stuff. I appreciate it. And I might do more videos like this. I don't know. I typically like to stay out of the camera and just only show my hands or show my sons or my clients' faces and their hair and all that stuff. But this was fun. I actually enjoyed myself, and you know, I got to be loose mainly because I'm only here in the bathroom by myself. But if you want to leave a comment, or if you want to see something else, leave a comment in the comment section. And my hair care line is Mother Knows Best. So I make several types of shea butter, which I love. My hair loves it. I make different types of oil based on porosity and the different oil types, because not with oil, one size doesn't fit all. So like for instance, what my son puts in his hair, I can't put in my hair because my hair will eat it up and then I'm back to square one. So I've learned how to pay attention to my hair, and then when my customers request something specific, thankfully I know about porosity and I get to know their hair, and so I'm able to advise them on the stuff that they need. And I definitely had very good reviews, and I talk to my customers as if they, you know, that's my homegirl, my homeboy. So, you know, it's, you know, I got that whole family vibe thing going because my brand was built on family. So look into that. Check me out on Facebook. I'm on Google. I am also on YouTube and Instagram. So check me out. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.